Sdkfz 302 and Sdkfz 303A and 303B are World War II German disposable wired RC track bombs that carried an explosive charge in it used to blow up bunkers, mines, and any other fortification in its way. With the invasion of France in 1940, the Germans found a French prototype mini-track vehicle designed by Sdkfz. This gave the German army an idea. Then automotive firm, in 1940, called Boved of Berman, was put into charge to make a small, low-hauled electric-powered track vehicle. By April of 42, the Sdkfz 302, or better known as the Goliath, which had 132 pounds of explosive, and was controlled by a wire which led into a control box, had started its production. It had 6 millimeters of armor and could go about 6 miles per hour, and 0.93 miles on road and about 0.49 off-road. With the Goliath weighing 814 pounds, it had to be transported on a wagon to the front line. Then it could be deployed. The 302 was proving to be harder to use in the field than in testing because of its limited range and being able to explode with a lucky shot from an enemy, and the wire being able to be torn and break easily, putting the Goliath out of action. Of January of 44, they stopped production of the 302, but the year before they had a new, updated version of the Goliath came out, called the Sdkfz 303A, which it took out the electric motor and placed it with a zound-out gasoline-fueled 2-cylinder engine and 10 millimeters of frontal armor. It could now go about 0.74 on-road and 0.45 off-road. It had 165 pounds of explosives, and there was also a 303 variant which had 220 pounds of explosives. A single 302 costs around 3,000 Reichsmarks, while a 303 costs around 1,000 Reichsmarks. In comparison, a Panzerschreck costs 70 Reichsmarks. The Goliath's success in the battlefield seems to be mixed. Seems to have a problem with being able to be taken off service very easily when not being able to get to its target. This could be seen in the Battle of Warsaw, where notes from resistance to cutting the wires using German folding shovels and German shovels. But when the Goliaths did reach their target, and some in Warsaw did, they would decimate what their target was. This is one of the only great examples of Warsaw where the Goliath was being used effectively in the late war. But by 44, the Goliath was just not in need anymore. The Germans were on the defense, and the only thing really left to blow up were tanks, and the German army had plenty of anti-tank weapons. It was a good idea on paper, but it was just something that was overall a waste of material for the Wehrmacht. And it wasn't going to help the German army by then. It could have been used to build more cost-effective, cheaper means that were just capable of destroying tanks or even more. Well, I always loved the Goliath. Because no matter what, it's still better than strapping bombs to dogs. Fun fact, around 7,564 Goliaths were made during World War II, and around 45 survived today.